Some people have referred to Andean bears as spectacled bears, and that's because they have these markings usually around their face and their eyes that oftentimes resemble spectacles. It makes them easy to identify, and it's an easy way to remember them. Bouba came to us from France, from a zoo in France. There's a great deal more involved in bringing bears to an exhibit than most people understand. I had to go over there and visit with him, make sure he's a bear that we would want to bring over here. Then we have to arrange to bring him over here and introduce him to his new exhibit, introduce him to his new exhibit mate, and there's a great deal that goes into it. The thing about Bouba that's so exciting is that Bouba is unrelated to any other Andean bear in North American zoos. So any contribution he makes to the population, it helps us to maintain as high a degree of genetic diversity as possible. Bouba's at a great age right now. He's a 2-year-old Andean bear, and he's very much, he would be the equivalent of about a 16-year-old or 17-year-old boy. He's probably about 220 pounds now, and he could probably reach about 300 pounds before he's done growing. He's always exploring new things. His activity level is very high, and I think he has an endearing quality about him. In addition to 2-year-old Bouba, we also have a female Andean bear named Spangles, and she's 23 years old. Since the introduction of Bouba and all his energy, we find Spangles is much more active herself. She spends a lot of time playing with Bouba, and she spends a lot more time exploring around the exhibit. Many times Spangles will be walking by, minding her own business, and Bouba will reach over and give her a little swipe on the rump and engage her in wrestling. What he's doing is he's trying to entice her into play. Aside from Bouba being a little bit larger and skinnier than Spangles, he also has a little light mark just above his right eye. The other thing about Bouba is that he's a lot less coordinated than Spangles. You'll see a lot of times he'll stumble over his own feet, or he'll stumble over a log in the exhibit or something like that. He's still working on his athletic skills. Zoos can play a very important role in Andean bear conservation in that we help to make people aware of Andean bears as a species. I think we foster an appreciation for Andean bears. You can look at Bouba and Spangles over here and not gain an appreciation for them as a species, and really become invested in their survival and their conservation in the long term.